Hey guys, Yiannis Papadopoulos here. Welcome to the second episode of the F.A.Q series. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and like my Facebook page. Let's check it out. What are the ways I can make my pinky not fly away from the fretboard? So that's a question I get asked quite a lot actually, and to be honest, I myself had problems with the left hand placement and fingers flying away. So from what I've seen, there are quite a few rubbery stuff that you can put on your fingers and they don't allow the extra movement. I haven't used them myself, but I know people that have and they have seen good results. What I did to help myself, I went and I practiced near a wall. So I had my left hand here, so even if I wanted to do the extra movement, I would hit the wall. So after that, I took it to an extreme where I put a glass full of water and I used to practice in front of that. So every time that I made the extra movement, I would get wet. So then my friend, the situation was like, how many times can you get wet until you understand how to do it properly, you know? So yeah, that definitely helped me solve the issue. So I'm not saying that these are the things that you should do. By all means, you can try them out, but I'm just sharing my story and how I solved the problem. For fast legato, I do some legato exercises which made my palm swollen. Should I take a break? The main idea is pain is not a good thing. We don't want it, but sometimes during heavy practice, maybe your hands might feel sore or something like that. So what I used to do after, I don't know, 8 hours of practice, 10 hours of practice back in the days, I used to put some boiled water and some green soap inside, and I would rest my hand for, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour after the practice to relax the muscles. So before that stage, I had a situation where I felt pain myself, and it was very intense. I couldn't even close my hands. So I'm like, I went to the doctor and I'm like, dude, I feel pain, what is happening? And he told me, either you stop playing for a month so that the muscles will relax and everything's gonna be better, or you would have to be forced to stop playing because your muscles can't keep up with what you're doing. So I took the month off and thank God everything worked fine. So you don't have to put yourself in that place until you realize that enough is enough. So if you're practicing too many hours, take precautions. If you feel pain, stop. Stop for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you still feel pain, stop for an hour. If you still feel pain, stop that day, continue the next day. If that thing persists, definitely go see a doctor. And dude, if your palm is swollen or anything like that is swollen from the exercises, definitely go to a doctor. Also, when you're practicing, be careful of your hand placement, your body placement in general, because usually these kinds of things start from a bad technique rather than the difficulty of the exercise. So if you're practicing something difficult for many hours and you have a bad technique, that's the combination to kill you, possibly. Which is your favorite scale? My favorite scale? Just one? Dude, you're killing me. Let me give you my top three. I would go for the Lydian, then for the whole tone scale, and definitely the harmonic minor. So if I had to choose just one, that would be the Lydian, because I like the fact that it's major but dark at the same time. This built-in contrast inside the scale, I think it's a great compositional tool, and obviously it works well for the solos. And for instance, artists like Steven Wilson or Opeth, they tend to use this quite a lot, and I really like the result. What's up, Yiannis? I'm from Brazil and I really like the way how you play. I would like to know your influences on guitar. Thank you so much. So when I first started playing, I was into Guns N' Roses a lot, and obviously Slash with you know, all his style. That was the early childhood hero. Then I started digging more into technique and I fell in love with John Petrucci and his perfect technique. I mean, his hand placement and everything, the lines he was playing, it was majestic. And then at that period of time, obviously I was checking guys like obviously Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Yngwie Malmsteen, but the dude that made the difference in my playing that period of time was Jamtrackcentral. Then as I was trying to discover my voice on the instrument, I found out players like Mike Stern or Birelli Lagren, which I really love, but I would say my biggest influences up to this day are Brett Garsed and Alan Holdsworth. So what I admire about these dudes is, apart from having a sick mind, the fact that they try to be creative and think outside the box and always bring something new to the table. And I like this way of thinking, and their note selection and everything they do is, I think, unique and has a certain touch, and they definitely make music. They don't just play stuff, and you know, they don't run scales up and down, and it doesn't matter if they play 1 note or 2 million notes in their songs, they always touch my heart, and that says it all for me. That was today's episode, guys. Thank you for checking it out. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and like my Facebook page. You can find all the links in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check my website, www.yiannispapadopoulos.gr. Make sure to post your questions in the comment section below, because I want to see how you're thinking. I want to communicate with you, and you never know, maybe your question is going to be answered in the next episode. So, thank you for stopping by. See you soon. Rock on.